EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready, 30 base.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Get it.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Herbert. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 25 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 25.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Back to throw. Herbert. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Check. Whip. Watch the whip. He's checking. Crash.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Set up. 10 Lobo.
Right, 39. Bound to lose 1. Watch twist. Check 3. Check 4. Kill.
Now a carry for the forward. 1st-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, 4 down. Mike's 49.
80 weapons.
Hey, check 24.
Rock it. Hey, high 7. Get it.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Joey Bosa, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Roll out.
SOS. Check. Mike 56. Check.
Looking to throw. He'll get this one complete to Davis. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Somebody missed an assignment. He was waving his arm saying, hey, I'm wide open. They found him.
You think? I mean, he was so wide open. Did you see he was just windmilling like he was Don Quixote or somebody out there? And then they found him for a really nice gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Charger drive about to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. There he goes right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
On the ready.
The Charger drive about to get going.
You don't want none.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Herbert. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 44-yard line. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Hey, check 24, check 24, check 31, check 31. Wide, get wide.
Look, squeeze. Shoot.
Now a toss play to Eckler.
Rush in.
There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up, because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Sam off. Here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd. They'll drop the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the set.
We got to get the ball. Can you get the ball right here? Let's go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Look at me. Go. Ready?
They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
Check 26. Hey, lock it.
Check 3. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
5.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there at 22.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Let's go. 60 or.
That's what I do. Slam.
Hit it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Ready?
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Ready, set.
56. Mike 56.
Leo. 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready? 90 Wolf. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check. Fresno. Tighten up.
Bam.
Now Eckler. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike 36.
Go.
From the gun, Herbert. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Tight is right.
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I'm gonna run you over. Bang.
Go, Jackrabbit, come on. Ready.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Now the second-year kicker, Michael Badgley. He hit from 59 as a rookie. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pull it high. Come on. 49 the mic. Watch 49. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Powering his way forward. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Hey, wahoo!
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Von Miller in there for a milestone sack as that moves him past Hall of Famer Michael Strahan, who finished his career with 141.5. Returnable here from the 38. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
56 to Mike, boys.
Go out.
2nd and 5. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Hey, box drop, box drop. Now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He finds McKinnon, complete. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
49 to Mike, 49.
They're going to look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Slam.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here we go. Check.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 33. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys are able to regain the lead. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. That's how my quarterback. Guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Broncos 31.
60 Pittsburgh.
24.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
X3. 218, chopper.
Check, 93's the mic, 93.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert going up top. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the screen, this is Eckler. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I've thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. Hey, pick your game up.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Von Miller, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 20-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Eckler, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. The intended receiver there, Allen. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Herbert. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. Back to throw. Herbert. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. That's going to be caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Broncos are going to get the football. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Down. 91.
56.
Leo. 5.
Now a handoff looking right. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Fair.
He's checking.
Gone. Be grip.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
On the double.
49's a mark.
Hard.
Check 4. Kill.
Pilot. 64. Weak. Rock it.
24.
Right.
Watch the end. SOS.
Hit it.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
The win for the Broncos seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and
Go
11.
there. 70.
The
Indy.
Chargers' 26-yard line.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Denver, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.